Well, hello and welcome to NRL Season 1, and it's Germany. You know, something I just remembered. I got to check something. Alright, well, sorry about that. First time streaming on this channel, on this account, so needed to check that the settings were correct. I do, however, realize that the audio settings aren't. And then we should be pretty much set and go. As we see a few drivers already out on track. I'm not sure exactly who I should expect to win. I know that Nexus Cats is on a roll at the moment, grabbing a win in another league. So he might be a driver to look out for. I know Nexus Lotus has driven well in this league before. When it comes to Cooper, I know him, and he might be one of the drivers up there. It's hard to say. Hopefully we'll have a good race at least. As for NRL, he might actually be the one I'm gonna put my money on, to say it like that. As he is in the second sector now, going down to the hairpin. Braking, shifting down. He should have probably gone down to first there. But the exit doesn't look too bad as he's going into this double left-hander. Easy to lose the back end here. Same thing in this right-hander. As we're coming out to this, almost flat out. Almost might be a small exaggeration. In the last sector, I'm not sure if what times we can expect, but I do think we should that drivers should go on the softer tires though. Although NRL has chosen ultra soft, he's done an 11.4. Obviously he could choose to go on soft later in the session, but I don't think he can beat that time on softs. Cats has gone second with a 12.5. Lotus with a 12.1 on ultras. Cooper, he might be one of the more experienced ones here. As you can see, he's on medium tires. He's probably gonna do a lap on them before he goes in and wait to do a lap on the soft in the late stages of this quali. As he's now lining himself up to do a lap on these medium tires. Into hot lap. And he's going into the pits, so we'll find another one to have a look at. Pro F1 driver, he is on a lap and he's just come out of the third corner, going into the hairpin, revving it out in overtake. As he comes into the hairpin, he goes down to first, gets that extra turn in, probably gets better exit. It's turn 5 and now the double left-hander. Takes a lot of curb on the entry, that's good. Using all the curbs he can. That's exactly what he's got to do. As he comes into this right-hander and now into the fell corner. Could we see someone bottle there today? In the last three corners, already on soft tires though. He should have waited with them until the end. But it's going to be a 13.4. I don't know if that is good enough to put him inside the top 10. Oh, is he going for another lap maybe? He might actually be, but he will run out of ERS, so don't know if we should stay on him. We're gonna switch over to sidecar. Yeah, we're going back, guys. Now we'll go to Graham, the Mercedes driver, as he's in the last corner, starting a lap now. You really gotta get that first corner right, and that got to have been invalidated. Nonetheless, if it wasn't invalidated, it's definitely not a good first corner, as he has a 16.1 in the first sector. That's a little bit slower than you want it to be. And the hairpin looks alright. As he comes into this double left-hander, you got to hit this blind exactly correct. If not, you run wide or you get caught up in the grass on the inside. As he comes into the fast right-hander before the Fettel corner. Takes a wide line into it, doesn't touch the curbs. Looks nice and steady. Doesn't look like it was the quickest line though. Uses a lot of curbs in these two last corners, and it will be a 12.8, which puts him 6th at the moment. Well, I guess that's not too bad. It's kind of hard for me to say. I haven't watched him race a lot. This Ryan Kai has actually gone second, but we're now going to have a look at Nexus Cats as he is out, and he is out on soft tires. He might have ran with a lot of fuel, not really been in hot lap on his last lap. He's definitely pushing, so he wants to do a lap on the soft tires to start with them. It comes into the hairpin down in first, make sure to get a good exit. Into turn 5, into this double left-hander. Can he get it right? Might have been. Line looks good from where I sit. Now this fast left-hander. Oh yeah, I see something. He should have gone down to 6th, and he would have had a much better corner. He doesn't look like he's aborting the lap, so we're gonna stick on board with him as he's passing the line with a 12.8, and that is not good enough to beat his time. Next is Lotus, however, is starting a lap, I guess. It's kinda hard to see there. He has definitely started the lap as he goes into the second corner. Looks a little unsteady on the exit. Might actually be a little lag too. Going up in 8th. Down to the hairpin, down in 2nd. He stays in 2nd. Slamming the throttle out of the corner. How good that exit was is hard to say, but I can see that NRL is out on soft. It does. I don't believe he's beaten his lap, but we have Lotus into this fast right-hander. Ooh, clips a lot of grass and gravel, and is into the wall. However, the Red Bull driver, we're gonna pick up with him as he's in the last sector. He is on a lap on the ultras. What will it be as he's pushing towards the line? And it's 11.7, so not too shabby, not too shabby. NRL, however, is, I guess he is on an in-lap. He's most definitely on an in-lap. Brocard is on a lap. Starting a lap, I mean. My bad. As it comes to the first corner now. Didn't look like the best corner. He didn't really push it as wide as he could. He comes into the third corner. Maybe a bit wide, doesn't get the best run onto the straight. As we get a horrible camera angle. This one is better. Coming down to the hairpin. Braking just about in time. Stays in second. Looks like a decent exit, however. He's approaching the double left-hander now, which doesn't seem too bad. Could use more curb than he is, but it looks steady, at least. As he's coming into the Fettel corner. What will this time be? Will it be pole? Will it be top 5? I guess we will see. As he's coming to the line, and it's a 1:13.4, so it's a second better than his previous lap, but it is far from pole too. And the next driver we can have a look at is driver 05. Look, he's low on fuel, so he's probably on an in-lap. I have no idea how to say that game attack. I'm gonna go with Sweeney. Young Sweeney or something, I guess. Previous, I think it was Jamie Morris, which would have been a lot of easier to pronounce. As he runs a bit wide in the first corner, doesn't look. Yeah, he might have been validated. He is, or he hasn't been validated, so he's still going for it. In overtake down the straight to the hairpin. He brakes, going down to first, short shift up to second. Yeah, that looked like one of the better exits I've seen there. Might have been a bit too cautious as he comes into this double left-hander. Takes it down that extra gear to second to get a bit of a better turn in. Could be faster, I'm not sure. As he's coming in, closing into the Fettel corner now. Takes a little curb on the exit. That could be a good thing, but it can easily lose you the car to the last corner. Oh, that got to have been too wide. As he stops on the line. Well, that is interesting. Haven't seen that one before. At least not like that. And we will pick up Nas, or as I know him, Jorge, also previous known as Little Piece, in the Sauber out on soft tires. It is the time to go out on the soft tires now, as Brocard has retired. I'm not sure if he crashed or if he just retired. One thing is for sure, Jorge looks for good results. He goes down in first, trying to feather that throttle. I don't know what assist everyone here uses, but I do know that Jorge uses, well, nothing except for racing 9. As he's coming into the last sector now, through this fast right-hander. Doesn't take too much curb into the pedal corner. If anybody wonders why I call it the pedal corner, then you really need to watch Germany last season in real F1. As he is approaching the line and sets at 12.7. That is still quite far off the highest soft runner. Yeah. But I don't think he's gonna go for another lap. We do have a few drivers on their out laps. We're gonna pick up Michael, however, as he's on a lap into the hairpin. A Red Bull driver. For GU2, it's Fabio Games. I do not know if you are a guy I actually know or not, but still, welcome to the stream. As Michael is approaching the fast right-hander, takes it in 7th. Oh, it should really take it in 6th. Oh, that was a dangerous standing Ferrari. Nonetheless, Michael is in the last 2 corners, and that got to have been an invalidation. Or not. It is 3rd place at the moment, just above 400s behind his teammate. As Cooper has retired. And Pro F1 driver goes 2nd with an 11.656. 2/10 of pole sitter NRL at the moment. But right now we are watching Ryan Kai in the Ferrari as he goes into the hairpin. I believe I've raced this guy once or something in a 5-lapper. Something like that. He seemed to have a good pace, so we'll see what he can do as he is approaching the double left-hander. Looks decent through here. Not running too wide on the exit. What gear does he take this right-hander in? 7th. I think I'm convinced that all the drivers who takes that corner in 7th are on automatic gears. As he's in the last 2 corners, runs a bit wide and might have been invalidated. He does still push, however, so it will be an 11.7 and just beneath 400s up to Pro F1 driver. As Katz has done his last lap. Pro F1 driver is just taking a stroll around the track. And everyone is done with their quali. And I got to be honest, top 6 is on ultra soft tires, which is surprising considering I know how those feel around this track, and they're not really useful for many laps. Might actually go as far as saying Swennies or what. I'm not sure how that is pronounced, but Swennies. Yeah, Swen. I'm gonna go with that. Swen in 7th might be in the best position. But top 10 right now is NRL ahead of Pro F1 driver Ryan Kai in 3rd for Ferrari, then Penhillion, closely followed by his teammate in Red Bull Michael. Next is Katz in 6th, Swen in 7th, next is Lotus in 8th, Screw Young Sweeney or something in 9th, Nas 22 JC in 10th, S Graham in 11th, Sidecar in 12th, Cooper in 13th and Brocard in 14th. Cooper in 13th. I don't know if this is a bad track for him or if something happened, but thought we were going to see him higher up, to be honest. As we're now waiting for the drivers to pick their strategies, their fuel load. Got to say, for everyone on ultras, I feel like they should underfuel the car maybe if they want to stretch those ultras. If they want to do a two-stop, then they should probably fuel a little extra and just push like a madman on the first few laps. It's kind of hard to say for me. I usually go on the soft tires to make sure that I do the best strategy, as they're on to the formation lap now. And if we look at the drivers outside of the top 10, we can see that Try and Catch in 15th has joined during quali. RIP being on a default setup then, but still good luck. You can see what he can do with that. But all outside of the top 10 has chosen to be on soft tires. So I don't expect too many of everyone outside of top 6 to make too much progress in the first few laps, but around lap 4 I think pretty much all of the ultra soft runners will start to struggle with their tires, and that I do know. But we'll have to see. Hello to you, Billy, and thanks for that matter. And try to predict the podium of today's race. Since I don't know too many of these guys, I'm gonna go NRL in first. I do think he can manage to pull off the two-stop. I think Pro F1 driver can pull off a two-stop successfully too and end up in second. Well, that is on Sunday, Billy. I do hope that too, but I've recently turned off ABS, so I'm still getting to grips with that. And I'm gonna pick Michael in second. So NRL Pro F1 driver and Michael in third, yeah. As we have 5 red lights, and it looks like a good start by NRL. All the top 2-3 drivers have good starts, and you can see the Red Bulls although are fighting for position, as Michael seems to have passed his teammate, although with a run down to the hairpin. We might see Penhillion getting back at Michael. Red Bull versus Red Bull. We do also see that Nexus Cats is right behind Penhillion. Will somebody go for a crazy move into the hairpin? Cats tried to, but wasn't close enough. However, we do see that Pro F1 driver is challenging NRL right now and looks to have gotten that position side by side in this double left-hander. They're close. Oh, NRL tucks in behind the Pro F1 driver before the fast right-hander, but well, he certainly does have balls as he tried to move into the fellow corner. But it looks like Pro F1 driver has the position for the moment. I do know that, Billy. Talked to Cadwell a couple of times. And further down the field, we can see that Try and Catch has gone off into the pit. So, oh, and look at this. There is a massive battle for P5. We going all the way down to P11. And we can see that Sven is going for the outside move on Penhillion. He's looking for the switchback, but gets a tap by Katz. He does make the move though. And it's a good clean move by Sven. Katz, however, he's looking for that 6th position. He's right on the tail of Penhillion. Penhillion's fallen a bit off his teammate in the race. Michael already up to 3rd. And I think we're gonna have a look at the Ferrari as he's looking good right now, close behind the Red Bull. He will be looking for the move into the hairpin if he can stay close enough. He did, however, lose a little time in turn 1. He needs a good exit of turn 2 as he... Well, Calvin, I did just predict my podium, but I can do it again for you. So I think NRL gonna pull off the 2-stop and win. I think Pro F1 driver will do the same strategy and end up 2nd, and I believe I said Michael in 3rd, which is 3rd right now. He's had a great start, but that's to be said. Ryan almost got passed by the Toro Rosso. There is definitely lag involved here. And I do feel very bad for those drivers who experience that lag. Sven, however, he's on the soft tires, so when it comes to the win of the race, he's definitely looking strong too, as he won't have to do a 2-stop, most likely. I don't know if we're getting rain at any point though. That is to be said. Could have been some... Well, then everyone outside of the top 10 would have picked soft tires. But Pro F1 driver challenging NRL for the lead of the race now. I do see that they are battling further down too, but this is for the lead of the race. Can Pro F1 driver get past again? And he is past NRL, but NRL is diving down the inside again. Not really diving, but he doesn't get it, and it's Pro F1 driver in the lead for the moment. Got to mention though, Cooper has had a brilliant start, as I believe he started 13th. So if we do check position changes, he has moved up 9 positions. He is on fresh soft tires. He might actually be a strong mention for the win right now. And Michael, I don't know exactly what's happened with Michael and Ryan. They were up there for the fight for 3rd. Now down in 6th and 9th. Might have been some contact when racing against each other. Do you care to guess your top 3, Cadwell? Pro F1 driver will win and Cat's in 3rd. And NRL 2nd. Well, I got to say, not too far off. I don't think Cass will end up on the podium though. He's down in 5th now. He's most likely on the 2-stop. And as we see Ryan making his way past the Lotus, the Ferrari driver, I really don't know how he ended that far down, but he has. And we're on lap 4, the lap where I said that the ultra soft tires will start to fade off. And there is really, as NRL goes into the pits, so a good day to you, Jonas. Not too unexpected, as I said. And Sven is now hunting Pro F1 driver for that first position. One thing's for sure, if Pro F1 driver wants to make this two-stop work, he got to pit soon. I guess it would be for a set of soft and another set of soft in the end. We'll have to see. But right now you can clearly see that he's struggling with his ultra soft tires, as we also have Cats further down. He probably went for a move. You can think he will get third Catwell, but I'm telling you, you are wrong on that. I don't think Cats has the pace today to do that. However, I might be wrong. And Graham is in a battle with NRL at the moment, as NRL has gone on fresh softs. And you can see that Penhillion is right behind too on a couple of laps old soft tires. As Pro F1 driver is pitting on this lap, next is Katz is pitting and Ryan Kai is pitting. Will they come out ahead or behind NRL? However, they are clearly behind, so the undercut worked perfectly for NRL at the moment. The top three drivers at the moment, Sven, Cooper and Nas, all being on one stops. That could end up being the podium in the end too. But right now we can see that Graham wants to get past that Red Bull of Penhillion. He's gonna try to go around the outside in the hairpin. Doesn't get much room to work with, but ends up behind. Look at this, Lotus and Cats battling away, both on fresh soft tires. And I believe the first place we can see move now is NRL on Brocard. Brocard on those older tires, as he loses it in the last sector, it looked like. And NRL has gotten past, but he has 10 seconds now with clear air, and that could really be helpful with trying to make this two-stop work. This try and catch right behind sidecar however on fresher soft tires. And this is the closest battle at the moment. But it's not actually. It looks like we might get a move by Penhillion on Brocard into the hairpin, and it's an easy done move. And the next driver we can see make a move is probably try and catch, as we're going back to him, although he looks to have had a bad exit from turn 3. You're not gonna get that position by doing that. And he does not go for a move. Not surprising, he was too far behind, he couldn't do anything. Right now we have no real battle, except for maybe Cats on Lotus, as they're coming into the last corner onto the start-finish straight. Lotus really needs to be a little closer, as we see Graham pits. That is a bit too early to make that one-stop work. You might see him on a set of ultras in the end, but Cats now trying to get a good exit from turn 3. Yet again, it's not really the best exit. You can see him losing time on the exit. But into the hairpin, can he get close enough to Lotus to make a move? He's definitely not close enough. He's closing in. Oh, look at that corner cut. At least if you're gonna corner cut Cats, you gotta do it and actually make time. By going on the grass, you don't actually make much time. Sidecar, however, making a switch back on Graham into the hairpin. Obviously, Graham on those cold medium tires won't have much to fight with. As we now see that Pro F1 driver has made a pass on Brocard in the last sector. But still, Nexus Cats behind Lotus. That's where it seems like we will see any action soon. Cats trying to get closer, but he's losing too much in the first sector, which, well, he might have gotten a good run on him this time. It's 5/10, so it's closer than on the last lap. He did have a better exit. With the DRS, he will be looking for the inside into the hairpin on Lotus. Lotus don't making much effort to defend. He's trying to do the switchback, but doesn't really look like he's getting a good exit. And he's checking in behind Cats, and it's a good move performed by Cats there. Not the best defending from Lotus, that needs to be said. And with those two battling, you can see that Ryan Kai is closing up and will be in this battle now. But you can also see that Nexus Cats has closed the gap to Brocard, and Brocard on those 9 laps old. Soft tires will be going another lap, as we can see that Nas from pits from third onto a second set of soft. Looks like it. It looks like the driver towards right now is Ryan Kai, because that's the smallest gap in this, I believe, 5A battle. As we can see that Cats is defending against Lotus. Lotus going on the outside, doesn't get the best exit as he's on the curb, but Ryan Kai getting a good exit. Oh, and there is contact between Ryan Kai and Lotus. It doesn't look like they were two-faced by that, but it's definitely contact that they need to be careful. It's not gonna take too much to end up in the wall, and NRL up in third now, and he's gained a lot of time on Pro F1 driver after he pitted. As we see Ryan Kaido right behind Nexus Cats now. Can Nexus defend his position into the hairpin? I got to say, if Ryan Kai gets a good exit from turn 2 and turn 3, as he does get a good exit, better exit than Nexus Cats at least, and it will be a pass. The question is, will we see 3 wide as Lotus is close to? He's deciding to just tuck him behind. Ryan Kai not leaving any space for Nexus Cats there, and Lotus just tagging along, passing Cats. Smart move there by Lotus. Cooper and Swendo on those 12 laps old soft tires now. Still look good, doing good laps, not losing too much to NRL. Oh, and look, Lotus has spun in the Federal corner. I'm not sure if there was contact with Cats there. I did see, I think it was Cats making a move at Lotus. As we see Nas doing a move on his teammate Brocard. He has gotten successfully ahead. It might have been a little teamwork there too. Apparently Cats is streaming with Lotus on YouTube, so wonder how it is in that party right now. But right now there is one battle, and it's between the two Sauber drivers. Nas on fresh soft tires, Brocard on old soft tires. You can see that Nas is just pulling away straight away then. Easy done. Interestingly though, to see that he chose to do the 2-stop. He might have pitted too early to do the 1-stop. Graham has done that. I don't believe he can take those tires for 24 laps. And right now we see that Lotus is right behind Brocard. Brocard struggling on those. Oh, what's happening here? Brocard, this is F1, not Rallycross. You're not supposed to be on the grass. Brocard lost a lot of time by doing that. And look at the Toro Rosso of Screw Young Sweeney. Right behind Nexus Cats. He will be going for a move into the hairpin. He's gonna do the outside move though. Apparently Lotus did hit Brocard onto the grass, so that's what it looked like on the stream too. As these two go side by side. Nexus Cats so far. Oh, please don't get into the desync era. Screw Young Sweeney stays behind. Nas has caught up to the back end of him now too. As we see that Sweeney's, yeah, I still don't know how exactly, but he's going on to the medium tires on lap 14, 15. Cooper, however, is staying out, still 6 seconds ahead of NRL. As we now see that looks like we will have a move by Pro F1 driver on Penhillion first. But now we're done. Now we're gonna have a move by Screw Young Sweeney too on Nexus Cats. Cats tries to hold it down the outside. It looks to have gotten a better exit too, so oh, and I didn't see exactly what happened there. I was unfocused for a moment, and Screw Young Sweeney has been off the track. But look at this though, Nas is hounding Nexus Cats and will go for the move into the pedal corner, locking up slightly. Doesn't get past this time, but well, we all know what Senna said. You gotta go for that gap, basically. Alright, well, apparently Cats hit Screw Young Sweeney too. And oh, and look at Nazi, he's gonna try to do it before the hairpin. He might actually just be pressuring Cats to do a mistake. But he's definitely close enough now, as he does have a lot of ERS and he does have DRS early. And Cats will definitely not come back as they go down to the hairpin. And a small lockup by Nas. Can that provide Cats with an opportunity? It just doesn't look like it. As Michael has disconnected from the session, and we can see that Cooper has pitted for the medium tires. And he's not too far behind Sweeney. Well, he's 4 seconds, so he lost a lot on that extra lap. Obviously, he should have slightly better tires at the end. And it doesn't look like Nexus Cats is able to get back at Nas, as we see that Screw Young Sweeney spins it in the pedal corner. And I think he's done, or nah, he's looking to go back. Alright, he didn't give up. However, he will have to pit now. Look at that car, he doesn't have any grip now. He has probably overheated his tires, along with the tires being dirty. Not a good moment. But I think he almost lost it into the pit there. but now we see that Cooper has heated up his tires and is catching on Pro F1. Although Pro F1 driver is pitting. No, he is not pitting. My bad there. Obviously, he isn't by the pit yet. Sweeney, however, he's 8 seconds behind NRL. NRL, however, is on 12 laps old, soft tires. He's got to take those soft tires a few more laps before he can pit onto the last set of soft tires. Cooper, however, he should be good to make it to the end. Same with Sven is. Yeah. As we see that Cooper gets a good exit from turn 2 and turn 3. However, I don't think he is close enough to make a move on Pro F1 driver. As they go into the hairpin, Cooper does not make the lunge. It's not too late in the race. It's not late enough, I mean. But it does certainly look like this is the place where something can happen soon. As you see that Cooper is trying to stick with Pro F1 driver in these fast corners. And Rail going another lap, he have to, but those soft tires can't feel much good anymore now. He is, however, keeping those 8 seconds as we see a Toro Rosso getting lapped. That is then screwing Sweeney, and it was looking good for a good position for a while there. But right now we do have Cooper going out of turn 3. He's closer to Pro F1 driver this time. He does have the RS. He doesn't have any RS left though, which could be advantage Pro F1 driver when they don't have DRS. But it does make the move around the outside. Doesn't look like Pro F1 driver will be coming back on him straight away, as NRL has left the session. He's retired. What has happened to him? Let us see if we can get a view. He's gone off in the fast right-hander. I couldn't see his car. But it's definitely a bottle. I do feel sorry for the guy though. I've done that myself before. As we see that Ryan Kai now is right behind Pro F1 driver, and he's actually on all the soft tires too, so it's gonna be interesting. Pro F1 driver diving it down in turn 2. However, now Ryan Kai diving it, but this means that Pro does have DRS as they're coming down to the hairpin. You can see that Cooper is just flying away from them. And Ryan Kai has passed Pro for 3rd position, but they're now also being pressured by Nas in 5th with a few laps fresher soft tires. Could be enough to make a pass on these two guys. 14 laps left. They gotta start thinking about pitting now. And we can see that Pro F1 driver and Ryan Kai is pitting. Nas, however, is not pitting. And with being on fresher tire than those two, he might be able to do an overcut right now. And right now, well, that Toro Rosso is lapped. I can certainly say that Sven and Cooper will get on the podium unless they do a bottle. As we see that the lapped car Oscar Young Swede has overtaken Nas. Well, he's on fresher tires, mediums, so I guess if it's quicker then it's alright. And it does look like he's quicker right now. As we see that Nas is going into the last sector. Will he be pitting? And Young Sweeney might have gotten blue flags and moved over. However, he's going to pass him again now. And this is not good for Nas, because this certainly got to be distracting for Nas. Please at least make this a clean overtake. Nas, however, is pushing to stay ahead, which he shouldn't really have to. I think I can say one thing, and that is that Nas is not gonna be happy about this battle. They are not fighting for track position as Young Sweeney is lapped, and this is just costing Nas time. But I do think now on lap 22, I do think we will see Nas coming in for his last set of, well, thinking about it, he has to go longer because he started on softs, I think. So he's gonna, I don't think, well, he has 16 seconds down to Ryan Kai, but it could be interesting in the end. However, we do see now that Nexus Lotus and S. Graham are battling. Graham on those old medium tires. I did say that he pitted too early, and I do think those will be too worn in the end. Lotus hour on a couple of old laps. Soft tires, it's an easy move. It's interesting to see though, but Nas isn't losing too much time right now, even though he is on those old soft tires. Not even losing that much time to the Ferrari behind him on fresh soft tires, so if he's looking at a stint on 6-7 laps in the end with ultra soft tires, we could have a few very interesting laps there. One thing's for sure, right now we don't have any battles. Does certainly look like the drivers who went for the one stops made the right strategy, as they are looking to get first and second at the moment. Cooper is not looking like he's catching much on Swan. Next is Cat, might be the driver to watch now, and to you, Marcel, this is NRL. I do think it stands for Nexus Racing League. I should know, I know that, but I seem to remember that. And Nas is going strong on those old soft tires, so it's going to be interesting to see the last few laps. But right now we have Cats passing a lapped Red Bull. The Red Bull could have made a better effort getting out of the way there, but it doesn't look like it faced Cats too much. And Graham on those old medium tires, you can clearly see him struggling with the pace against Cats right now. As Cats is going through the last two corners now, and making the move in the last corner on Graham. I'm not sure if that's the right place to do it. He really gotta have a good exit, as Screw Young Sweeney just set the fastest lap. It was 1:13 flat, I think. And next is Cats now. He needs a good exit to keep this position into the hairpin. Although Graham has had a good exit, will be trying to get a move into the hairpin. Cats is defending the inside line. Graham on those old medium tires, trying to stick it around the outside. He does get the room. He's now switching to get the inside in this next right-hander, and I have no idea what he was doing there. Well, Marcel, I don't know. You can probably try a race in this league. If you look at the screen and see the guy in second, X Cooper XX, message him after the race and he will probably let you know if you can or not. Right now, however, nice on those 15 laps old soft tires, still putting in really good lap times right now and isn't losing any time to Ryan Kai. He's catched up to Cooper, although Cooper has lost a little time to Sven, as we see that as Graham has retired, which means that we're down to 11 drivers. Yeah, well, yeah, to answer that, yeah, you message the guy who sits in second right now after the race, and pretty sure you're gonna get a response soon. As we see that on lap 27 out of 34, Nas gets a penalty while he's trying to pass Cooper for that second place. With Nas having to do another stop though, I don't think he should fight too much for this second position. Those soft tires can't be good now, although they are apparently still quicker than the medium tire soft Cooper, so I don't know. But Nas though pushing still, but Cooper comes back at Nas into the double left-hander, and he makes the move into this fast right-hander though. They're not going side by side. Nas is tucking in behind Cooper. As we see them going through this last sector. I just can't, and there we see Nas going into the pit. The gap down to Ryan Kai has shrinked a little. And that's really what's going to be interesting to see now. As Ryan Kai is in the last two corners, he will be ahead of Nas. But Nas will be on fresh ultras against Ryan's, well, not old soft tires, but the gap is not big and those ultra soft tires will be quick. And with no other battles on track, I for one is very happy that we get to see this battle, and you can see that gap shrinking already. And those ultras, you don't really need to heat them up either. It takes like 2 corners and then they're up to optimal temperature around there. So you can see that he's already closed the gap down to 1.3 seconds. Question, however, is can he get past Ryan easily? And he needs 3 seconds because of his penalty, so but look, this is really one of the places where those ultras are the better tire. And in the last sector you can see the time going quickly down as he's within DRS now. I don't know if he has DRS on this rate. He doesn't. into the second and third corner. A good exit now, and it will have him into the hairpin. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Marcel. But Ryan is defending that inside line. However, being on those ultra tires, oh, getting pushed wide. It's not. Oh no! I didn't get the best angle to see, but it looked like it was a tap there from Nas. And it looks like he's going to let Ryan pass him again, yeah. Doesn't look like Ryan has any wing damage, so sportsmanship maneuver to do by Nas there. And those ultra soft tires, with how quick they, much quicker they should be, he should get a new chance into the hairpin. This time you did call it, but he is still behind Ryan though, Marcel. As they're coming up to the lapped Toros of Screw Young Sweeney, I believe. And Nas getting a very good exit and already is passing Ryan already on the inside. And he's gonna defend that inside line this time. Locking up slightly. Ryan trying to go for the switchback, but yeah, those ultras just has way more grip. Well, he did again. And right now, I don't see Ryan being able to get. Oh, that is a wide corner by Nas, though. But yeah, as I were going to say, I don't see Ryan being able to get back at Nas now. It's gonna take at least a lap or two more before those ultra soft tires really start to fade off. And we did see that Nas was able to keep his soft tires good for a lot of laps, so you can see the gap is already over a second. And just keeps going upwards. And it's 1.5 seconds. A real big shame for me and anyone watching the stream that this battle is already over. As we see that there is no battle on track then. However, Nas might be going for a fastest lap right now. So we're gonna follow him to the line this lap to see as he comes into this fast right-hander. The Red Bull, I don't know what that Red Bull was doing. He was not getting out of the way like I would have seen him getting out of the way. And if Nas was on for a fastest lap there, he's definitely not anymore. It was an improvement. Driver of the day for me, Marcel, is Cooper in second. He started 13th. So I believe that if we go in here, you can see that he's jumped up by 11 positions. Sven also, well, both Sven and Nas up there in that discussion as they're both made up 6 and 7 positions. So it's really, you know, I gotta mention Nas when you think about it, because he's actually managed to do a successful 2-stop, although he isn't winning. He's made a great race, but yeah, Cooper in second, 11 places. And starting in 30th, so he had literally everyone to pass in the beginning, except for 2 drivers. And highest 2-stop runner, Screw Young Sweeney, however, done a 4-stop. Try and catch us, done a 5-stop. And let's see, I can see that sidecar is on fresh ultra soft, so we're gonna follow him to see if he is trying to do a fastest lap right now. As he's in the second sector now, coming up to this double right-hander. Will he hit traffic at any point? If it does, it is lap traffic and should get out of his way. He's definitely up on his time, but I'm not sure if he's up on the current fastest lap, which I believe is held by Screw Young Sweeney. Toro Rosso lap driver, that sidecar is about to lap. Sidecar coming to the line and sets a 1:13 flat, and it's the fastest lap. Try and catch behind him. He's also up on his time. Do I think you have a chance in this league? Well, Marcel, if you join this league, Marcel, I think you will definitely be up fighting for the wins. NRL, I believe he crashed out before you came into the stream, but he's probably the quickest driver on track. If that is not, Pro F1 driver is quick too. As we see, try and catch battling with a lapped car. But on the last lap, we're gonna go on board. We're gonna watch Sven as he's in the last few corners coming to the line. It's a dominant win by almost 11 seconds down to Cooper in second. However, Cooper starting 13th has made a great race out of what he had to go on. Nas in third. Also, I think he started 7th, something around there. So also done a good race, pulling up off the 2-stop. Ryan Kai, the Ferrari driver, in 4th. Then we have Pro F1 driver in 5th. I think I guessed him for 2nd place in this race, so didn't pan out for him. We have Lotus in 6th. We have Cats passing the line in 7th. And we had Sidecar in 8th, try and catch in 9th. Penhillion in 10th, and Screw Young Sweezy in 11th. Then I got to be honest, I can't remember everyone who crashed out. I know NRL crashed out. As I realized I should have waited to click onwards there, but you did see the Toro Rosso driver of Sven winning the race, starting 7th on the grid. The drivers who crashed out were S. Graham, NRL, Brocard, and Michael. So top 10, Sven, then Cooper in 2nd, Nas in 3rd, Ryan Kai in 4th, Pro F1 driver in 5th, next is Lotus in 6th, next is Cats in 7th, Sidecar in 8th, Try and Catch in 9th, and Penhillion in 10th. 2 laps down. 3 laps down in 11th, we have Screw Young Sweeney. That might be Jackson. I saw that there was something happening, but I didn't catch it, as I was trying to see the drivers up front battling for the win. Five car incident, really? That many? Well, as I said, I didn't catch it, so that might be. As far as driver of the day, for me, I don't know if they do that in this league, but for me, driver of the day is definitely Cooper. He might have ended 11 seconds behind Sven, but he also started 13th and finished second, which is a great result in the end. It was a great result by Sven too, with the win as he started seventh or eighth, I believe. Well, I'm not sure, but it was something around there. Still, also mentioning Nas as he did a good two-stop there in the end. Really pushed those soft tires in the second stint longer than I thought it was going to do. Most unlucky driver of the day got to be NRL, however, though, because he was leading the race and he looked like he was going to make the two-stop work to get the win. But, well, it doesn't always F1 aspect. Broke my front wing twice. Well, I'm not sure who you actually are, so sorry about that, but you might be. I'm not sure. Well, I believe that would be everything. Pro F1, alright. Well, that could explain why you ended that far down on the grid in the end then. However, this has been NRL around Germany today. I've been your commentator and host of this stream, Sondre Sorhag, or also known as Z3XER, or C3 for that matter, as that is the easy option, which I do understand. For now, I want to thank everyone who's been into the stream. If you'd like to watch more sometimes, do remember to like and subscribe to my channel. For now, good night, and thank you to everyone who's watched.